Grace and peace be with you. Hi, my name is Mark. I'm the pastor at Sycamore Creek. I have a brief thought for you today, and it's on an important point that Paul gets right into in his letter in Galatians. You see, Paul usually had a formula when he started a letter, and in Galatians 1, verses 6 through 9, he breaks from that formula of starting his letters. He usually starts his letters with a portion of thanksgiving. And do you notice what's missing from this letter to the church at Galatia? It's the Thanksgiving portion. It's gone. We begin to get at why it's gone in verse 6, where Paul writes, I am astonished that you are so quickly deserting the one who called you by the grace of Christ and turning to a different gospel, which is really no gospel at all. Something was seriously wrong in the Galatian church, and Paul jumps right into this critical issue. Now, this is serious. Now, what is the gospel? Well, Paul tells us. He just told us in verses 3 through 5. I just talked about this yesterday in his section of praise and thanksgiving. It's grace and peace. Grace and peace is at the heart of the gospel. The gospel is rooted in Jesus and what Jesus has done for us. It's that work that Jesus has done that makes us right with God, and it transforms us. And this is where we often get it wrong. We are saved by faith, not our own works, not our own effort, but we live out our faith by actions. And the good news, says Paul, is that, the gospel is that God's grace, God's Spirit has been given to us by faith. And it is by faith that we are saved and by faith that we are transformed, not through our own efforts. Paul corrects us on that again today. We return again and again and again to God's grace and peace. May God's grace and peace be with you. Amen.